A bear?
A cat.
A tiger?
To me, a bearcat is a miniature black bear.
I know it's a bear and a cat combination.
A bearcat is some type of panda bear from Malaysia, and it's a sweet-looking bear.
Bearcatius, or the Barius catius, no, the bitteron.
It's a benteron.
It's the benteron, but I knew it before. It's been in the article, long live the benteron, so it's kind of always stuck with me.
I think the favorite meal of a bear, I YouTube this, the favorite meal of a bearcat is a muskie. They really like muskies. They like the texture of it. They also like just about any other mascot. It doesn't really matter, but they really, particularly, they like muskies.
I hear that they eat insects, oranges, orange men.
Red birds? Red hawks?
Panthers.
Cardinals, gators, and maybe chocolate.
Bearcat eats buckeyes.
Huskies are pretty good. I hear that, but they shed a lot, and have to floss their teeth and all that, but huskies and muskies, both of them are pretty good.
I think the vegetarians, maybe not.
West Virginia fans. Definitely West Virginia fans. And Mountaineers, of course.
Kind of just depends on which week.
Typically, I think they eat some Cardinal, a side of Musketeer, and wash it down with ice cold beer.
Rar? Woof! Woof!
Rawr.
Wow!
Rawr. They say, will you marry me? Because that's what my dad said to my mom when he was in the Bearcat costume.
Homecoming of '87. Surprised me and became the Bearcat and proposed to me in the Bearcat costume with the ring in his paw. I think everyone was in on it except for me.
Yeah, no question about it. In the beginning, back when I started in 1988, 89 and 90, those were pretty rough years. There were a couple of years there where they went 1-10. I called the 81-0 loss at Penn State, and it got very hard to talk in the second half. You really didn't know what to say. And then obviously it's turned around. There's a lot of in-between years, but it's turned around. The last few years have been fantastic.
My favorite Bearcat memory is predicting that we would actually blow out Xavier. And so I got called into the office, and Huggins just about ripped everything out of me that was there to rip. And after we won by 18, he asked me to retire as a prophet, 1-0. So I did that, but that was my favorite Bearcat memory.
The football game when we knew we were going to the Orange Bowl, and it was starting to be the end of the fourth quarter, and oranges were just being thrown down onto the field. I actually got hit in the head with one. And then right as the clock ran out, the entire stadium came rushing down onto the field. And I had to be picked up in order not to be stepped on.
Definitely have to go with the two past BCS Bowls as well. I mean, even though we didn't come out on the victorious side of it, just being down there with the Bearcat Nation, seeing the spirit and the pride, is something that sent chills through, that you could say you were proud to be a part of and, could boast, and you were there to support your team.
Probably winning the national and world championship for dance team.
I'm gonna say being tapped into Sigma Sigma. That's a fond memory that I have.
Yes, I was the Bearcat.
You sound proud to talk about that.
I'm very proud to talk about that. It turns out that maybe I didn't really know it at the time. That's probably the best job I ever had. It's amazing. When I was named the Bearcat, it was a great surprise to me and put a smile on my face. And I can honestly tell you that today, it's brought up to me probably an average of once a week by somebody that found out that I was the Bearcat, and it continues to put a smile on my face. But the one thing I know is no matter what I've done and no matter what other success I might have had in my life, nobody cares about that. All they care about is the fact that I was the bear. And people seem to like that, and that makes me really happy too.
Too sexy for my...
Maybe Tony Pike, just because last year it was so much fun to cheer them on and go to the bowl games.
Probably J.K. Schaefer.
Zach Claris.
Zach Claris.
John Goebel.
No, Otto Buddick. So dreamy.
There's one guy that's definitely hotter. He's really hot. Gary Lessis, definitely.
Too sexy for my...
The one word I would choose to personify Bearcat is intense.
Passion.
Spirit.
Pride.
Tradition.
Uniformity.
Fun-loving.
Victory. Inspirational.
Commitment.
Loyalty and pride.
What does it mean to be a Bearcat? What it means to be a Bearcat is having a form of spirit and unity for your university, strength through your alma mater.
Being the Bearcat means to me sharing my pride for my school in front of thousands of people.
Be a Bearcat is having on red and black every weekend. It's wearing red and black on bye weeks. And it's having pride in your school and the UC community.
Well, it's meant a lot. Obviously, I grew up around the program, and when I had an opportunity to play college football, it was an easy choice for me. I did have options, but it was something, as a youngster, coming to Nippert Stadium and watching the games there, it was something I always wanted to do. And my sons are the same way. They absolutely love it. I have 4 boys, and they love coming down to watch the football games at Nippert.
Being a Bearcat has to do with your spirit and the brotherhood, and that's why Sigma Sigma fits in so well with what it means to be a Bearcat, because, you know, our fundamentals and what we stand on and what we believe on is the same for the university.
It means to have a chance for opportunities, to be able to study abroad, participate in groundbreaking research, be part of a football program that was Big East champions 2 years in a row, and not only to be part of the whole community of the university, but to represent the whole city.
It means everything to be a Bearcat. You talk about the opportunity, you talk about connections, you talk about education, memories that you would never be able to erase. You talk about the campus. It has been restored and beautified over these last 4 or 5 years, and it is something that I can't wait to share with my children and them continue the legacy of being a Bearcat, but it means everything.
I think, as so many people, the university has touched my life so much, and I've been so fortunate and blessed to have so many wonderful opportunities. And I really look back, and those opportunities all came because of my birth and growth really at the University of Cincinnati. And I talked about that smile before. From the moment I became a Bearcat, I had a smile on my face, and I still have that smile on my face today. But today it's because of the friendships that I have and that Bearcat spirit that has stayed with me and stayed with so many other people that helps make a difference in our lives.
You know, the Bearcat is more than just our mascot. You know, he represents the University of Cincinnati as we do. And representing the University of Cincinnati is not just something that we do, it's who we are. And we're Bearcats for life, UC.